Wow, this is one of the worst movies of all time. It is plenty stupid and thoroughly unoriginal. I can see why Ebert put this movie in his most hated list. It is that bad! It's a weak, quiet lady named Patience Phillips, played by Halle Berry. So how does she become Catwoman? Well, she works at a beauty product company where she designs pictures for products. Who the fuck cares? And she drops off a package at a nearby factory for the makeup company. And she overhears a group of people talking about the side effects of some anti-aging cream, and that it can make women uglier. And they hear Miss Berry overhearing what they're saying, and they flush her out of the company's sewer pipes, killing her so she won't tell anyone about the side effects. So these people kill someone so no one in the whole town will ever find out about the side effects of this specific cream. Don't release the product so you can have more time to work on it, or release the product causing a bunch of lawsuits from people who are affected by the side effects of this cream, eventually bankrupting your company. Hope you guys make enough money to get those lawsuits out of the way, you fucking morons. So she dies, and like magic, a cat just stares into her eyes and she comes back to life. And thus she becomes Catwoman. Another problem! She dresses up in S&M attire, and while the other Catwoman was nothing like that! Why did you change so much? Being original is one thing, but you have to keep some things from the original comics. It's like doing a remake of A Christmas Carol and making it take place at Halloween, and making it a disaster movie. Oh, and to top everything off, there are things in this movie that are clearly stolen from other movies, like jumping from building to building at an impossible length from the Spider-Man movies. The fact that she only comes out at night from the Batman movies, the over-the-top crap from Batman and Robin, the shamefully CGI fight scenes from The Matrix Reloaded, the fact that she can slow things down in order to look what she can do from another project! But to be fair, that movie came out after Catwoman, and I don't know if they did that in the original comics or the TV show. And oh look! She's even using the whip as a weapon! Sound goddamn familiar? Another problem I have is what she's trying to be. Apparently she's a hero. Which I would agree more if she didn't steal someone else's car and someone else's bike, and stops the burglary by knocking out a few burglars, and the next morning she wakes up with the stolen jewelry in her bed and she doesn't even bother to return it! What the fuck kind of heroine is this? What does this character teach in this movie? That so long as you stop a crime, that the things that are being stolen in the first place is automatically yours? Yeah, what if Spider-Man did that? Oh, what a night. I stopped a robbery that involved people stealing $7 million. Now to get 1 million of those dollars and putting it in my bank account. Does that seem right to you? Another thing that bothers me is the premise. The company that she's working for is releasing a new anti-aging cream that creates more problems than solving them. And it's up to Catwoman to stop them from getting released. Again, why doesn't the company just hold back on it so it can work on solving its side effects? Also, this doesn't seem like a hero-like mission. Batman Begins had water that could be harmful to everybody in Gotham City. The Dark Knight had a homicidal madman who wanted to create anarchy. Batman and Robin had a machine that could freeze the Earth. Even the Green Hornet, for as bad as that movie was, actually had some motivation because it involved the main character's father getting killed, and that led to darker things. This movie, Catwoman shall save the day so that she could stop the deadly product from being released to civilians so they could become less uglier. I'm so glad I paid money for this! I mean, what would happen if I put cream on my face? Will I turn up? And I don't know why the Green Hornet took its action scenes from this movie, because the action in this movie is terrible. Absolutely atrocious. It's clunky as hell, and you don't even know what's going on because of the camera angles. Yeah, the camera angles are a reason why the action sequences are so clunky. Aside from using a whip as a weapon and unoriginal fight moves. And you know that intro I use for my Psycho review and how I do these reviews? Combine those things and make it a lot worse. The camera can't sit still for 2 seconds. It either shifts to another angle or goes to another shot every couple of seconds. Don't know what's going on if you guys keep doing that. Did I mention that it's not Halle Berry in those fight scenes, but rather a male stunt double? So guys, make sure you take a long, cold shower. And if that wasn't bad enough, the lines and the acting are awful. There are one-liners in this movie that are so horrid, so over the top, so cheesy that you just want to take out your brain and smash it with a hammer. So how bad are these lines? Think of the brilliant one-liners that were made by the late, great Mitch Hedberg, and they were recited by Arnold Schwarzenegger in a free suit. That's bad! In fact, everybody in this movie is bad, especially Halle Berry. Her character is so underdeveloped that we don't have to feel sorry for her. And what did she learn about being Catwoman? That she could bring another side of herself from her inner pussycat? With great power comes great irresponsibility? I'll tell you. Nothing! She learns nothing! She stops crime and she steals from a crime scene. She's put in jail and she escapes. Like a fucking criminal. Fucking hypocrite. On top of that, there are so many pointless characters in this movie, which I will not mention because they're as useless as Fox News. And if you're aware, yes, the movie does suffer from obvious plot holes. For instance, why would you kill someone who knows the side effects of beauty products? That's just stupid! And if it does affect people in a bad way, why does it affect Sharon Stone's character in a good way? That's bullshit! It's Botox! The cream is just a cover! How did Halle Berry get into that costume? She just appeared like that? But what really bothers me is when Sharon Stone frames Catwoman for killing her husband. She presses a button, the lights and alarms go off all over the house, and police come into the scene. Did I mention that Sharon Stone told Catwoman that she killed her husband and was going to frame Catwoman before alerting the police? Meaning if the cops were there in the millisecond, then technically they should have been in the house. They should have heard what Sharon Stone was talking about, found out what she did, and went after her instead! Worst game of broken telephone I've ever seen. So in the end, what did this movie teach us? That when you come back to life, you become a stronger person that causes more crime than prevents it. That's what life is all about. This movie sucks, this movie sucks, this movie fucking sucks! If you ever come across this movie, please don't! I'd rather you watch The Green Hornet twice! One of the worst superhero movies of all time? You mean the worst superhero movie of all time? And I've watched Batman and Robin! This movie is just pure shit. It is horrible. Every single minute of it is pure shit. I have never seen a movie that was this low on intelligence, nor have I seen a superhero movie that hurts people when they watch it. It fucking sucks! I spite it, I fucking spite it. It is selfish, it is contradicting, it is pure shit. I cringe every time I hear the title of this movie. It is one giant furball of shit.